Alright, we're back again. We're going to progress through the next section of the game. We're just going to pick right up where we left off earlier. First little bit of this video will be, I guess, just mostly walking around and getting from point A to point B. Just a couple of things we got to do in between. Here soon, we're actually going to be getting, I believe, the last gun we purchased for the game from the merchant, other than a rocket launcher. Or I should say that I will purchase. You know, you can kind of pick and choose your own weapons, however you want to do it. Use the dead guy's eye. We're going to leave this junky little place behind us. Although it would be nice if the enemies were as easy moving forward as what they are to this point in the game.
Wait.
But unfortunately that is not the case. This is where the difficulty starts to amp up a little. Before we go any farther, I'll go ahead and equip this.
Follow me.
Normally, I do not like to fight these guys. The plan was to flashbang them the way you saw and just move on up here. But as you can tell, I forgot to have Ashley follow me again. And it kind of messed up my whole plan there. And ended up wasting a lot of ammo, so if you don't want to fight those guys, just make sure that Ashley is following you, and then you won't have to deal with that.
On the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
I got it. You take that one.
Okay.
Ready? Come on.
Yeah.
We are not going to worry about saving right there. We're just going to go ahead and keep progressing for the moment. come back here, pick up a few little extra things. Keep in mind that there is always a snake in this box. So either slash twice or angle really far down like I did to kill it without taking any damage.
Welcome.
Alright.
Got some rare thing. What are you selling?
First thing we're going to do is we're going to sell this rifle. We no longer need it.
Is that all, stranger?
The Velvet Blues are mostly what we'll be seeing from here on out.
What are you buying? Is that all, stranger?
They're just kind of the standard treasure of the castle, I guess you'd say. Now the Blacktail, if I'm doing a handgun only run, is typically the handgun that I like to use whenever we get to it. It just kind of handles a little bit better. It seems like it just seems to do everything just a little bit faster, and I like that.
Is that all?
Here's the last gun that I was talking about. The semi-auto rifle is so much better, and it's actually a free 10 shots. The mine thrower is another weapon that's really just not that valuable in this game.
Is that all?
And then we're not going to buy the scope because it already has one, and we'll get a different scope later on.
Is that all, strength? Thank you.
We're still not going to upgrade our handgun capacity yet.
Is that all, strength? Is that all?
But we are going to take care of both of those. And
is that all,
gonna
stranger?
hit my reload speed. And we really don't need the power upgrade just yet.
Any time.
Go ahead and get Ashley back to full health. We're actually going to save here just real quick. Alright, now we're going to proceed to the next area. As soon as I get done running off the stairs. I didn't even know you could run off the stairs right there. Now this section right here can kind of be a pain in the butt. You have all these catapults. These enemies will launch at you constantly. Couple of wasted shots there. I did not hit those shots the way that I should have. If you time that right, you can actually
wait.
If you time that right, you can actually kill both of those enemies with one shot, which is obviously the ideal thing. Gonna sneak right in here, pick up a little bit of treasure, Had an incendiary grenade that'll come in handy later. Now, this is part of the game where some of these torches actually have some treasures in them.
Follow me. Wait.
Now these guys have head armor on, so now we really have to be careful because they don't really care about our stupid little headshots.
Follow me.
Do our little button press here. I was actually thinking you could have Ashley do this, but apparently you cannot. That's alright, it's not that big of a deal. So again, I had a little bit of wasted ammo there. But here you get a yellow herb, which will come in handy. And then now we get another treasure here. It'll be worth about 10,000 pesetas for us. Now all you gotta do is fire the cannon and open up the passageway. And that's pretty much just how you kind of move through that section without taking any damage. And I always thought it was weird how there seems to be quite a bit of merchants right here in this one area together.
Got some rare. What are you selling?
But we won't complain. We'll just
Is that all?
sell a little bit of treasure that we
Is
do
that
have.
all? Is that all,
And
stranger?
actually the gold bangle is 8,500.
Thank you. What are you buying?
But as you can see,
What are you
that
buying?
even with all the things that we just bought, we still have 150,000 pesetas to work with.
Leon, where's your current location?
We decided to lay low in a castle, but it looks like it was a bad move.
Meaning...
Well, it appears that this castle's also connected with the Los Illuminados. I must not get many visitors here, because they're giving me one hell of a welcome.
sounds bad. I have an idea, Leon. I need you to...
What? Repeat, Hunnigan. Great. Just my luck. Wait! Follow me.
This is where you first see the next level of the plasma spires. You have to be careful, especially if you're low on health, because this guy will actually just walk right up and bite your head off. Quite literally. Now, one thing you can actually do is take the sword and just turn right around and exit the room and come back in to kind of reset everything. But as you've seen so far, I'm killing the majority of everything that we come across. As you can see, they're taking quite a bit more damage than that first wave of enemies in the village was. But that's why we're going to be making more upgrades in this section of the game to kind of help prep for the last section, which once again gets even harder. Enemies are a little bit tougher, and just in general, things just take a little bit more to put down, I think. But it's nothing that we can't handle, especially considering our weapons are going to have more upgrades on them. Too bad we can't just keep one of these swords to use on the enemies here. Seems like it'd be a whole lot easier just to decapitate some enemies versus pouring all these bullets into them.
Leon!
Louis,
I've got something for you guys. What? Oh, shit! I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop your convulsions. Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
yeah.
And you.
Yes.
Damn it! The eggs have hatched. We don't have much time.
What are you talking about?
I have to go back and get it.
Let me come with you.
No, you stay here with Leon. He is better with the ladies. I'm sure.
Why are you...
It makes me feel better. Let's just leave it at that.
Wait.
See, that right there is kind of your first little story, first little hint. Luis may have a little bit more involvement in this than what you kind of anticipated. Make relatively easy work of these guys. You really don't even have to use your shotgun there. One thing that you can do is after that guy runs in and a guy runs out the door, you just knock that guy down and move forward a little bit and draw that guy, all of them out. You can shoot that red barrel and basically kill all of them instantly. The worst part about this section of the game is those guys. They are by far the most annoying. And then this is just what I was talking about earlier when I said that some of this gets a little tougher. And that is simply just because they start carrying shields, they start having armor on their head, and they also have scythes that they can throw that just do a lot more damage. Although it is pretty entertaining to be killed by a scythe, because if you're low health and a scythe hits you, then once again it just cuts your head right off. I, for some reason, think that's pretty entertaining in this game. It's not something I guess you necessarily expect, even though it is a Resident Evil game, and a game in the zombie genre just in general. Door's locked. Fortunately, we have the key. And now we get our little introduction with the big little man.
I was starting to wonder when you might notice us.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar, the 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture. I have been honored with the prodigious power from the great Lord Sadler. I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a feisty one. If you care for your own well-being, I suggest you surrender yourself and simply become our hostage. Or Mr. Scott, you can give us the girl because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid. You can die.
I'm never turning into one of them. Never.
Got that right. We'll find a cure.
I like how they are just so confident that they're going to be able to get this stuff out of them without having any actual knowledge. But there is a way. Basically, the only thing they have to go on is Luis acting funny. And in the next section, we're going to be looking for the 3 pieces to lower the wall and move on. But for now, we're just going to call it a day, and I'll see y'all next time.